What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy, and this is your sports show for Thursday, April 14th, 2022. This is all brought to you by Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto, East End of Adams in LeGrand. If you need anything done for your vehicle, if you need tires, if you need a tow, go see JB and the boys, Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. I'm not going to talk at you a lot today. I know I almost say this every day, but let's just get through this and get to the guests because it's a good one. LHS Baseball and Softball play tomorrow in Mac High on the road. Last night, the baseball team played over in Pendleton and beat Pendleton 7-5. Devin Bell hit a 3-run home run. Man, this baseball team's rolling. I hope they can secure this state championship this year after, somewhat of a disappointment last year. We go to the state championship game. Hidden Valley ends up walking it off on us. It's redemption time for sure. The LHS softball team, they got a chance too. Them and Marist, they're toe-to-toe. And maybe we should just get them both. Let's just go get both, the softball and baseball state championship. EOU softball's on the road at Northwestern this weekend. Baseball is off. Track and field goes to Lewis and Clark College for an invite. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in the LeGrand neck of the woods for, Eastern Oregon sports. My guest today, he's a senior, basketball player, baseball player. He's a stud. He's the dude. He's LHS senior, Devin Bell. Here it is. Devin, what's up?
What's up?
This isn't baseball weather.
Yeah, no, this spring weather's like fooling me right now, so it's crazy.
Wake up and there's 2 inches of snow on the ground. All right, let's start it off. I pretty much ask everybody the same question to start off. What got you into baseball? Like, what was the deciding factor? Did you have a dad that played? Did you just, a brother, something?
Well, it started off, I was probably like 3 years old, and my dad was actually a golfer, and so my parents were expecting me to be a golfer, but it was mostly just like they put me in like every single sport, baseball, basketball, soccer, all those sports, and I don't know, I grew love for the game, so that's really how I got into it.
That's pretty much how I fell in love with baseball too. A golfer, huh? The funny thing is baseball players eventually become golfers.
Yeah,
I hope you know that. Like when I was in college, I was a pitcher only, and all us pitchers did was golf.
Yeah, I'm expecting to be golfing when I'm a lot older. So,
what about other sports? So you play basketball? Do you play anything in the fall?
No, I mostly just practice baseball in the fall, basketball in the winter. But now that basketball season's over, it's more just baseball for now on. So,
what? Let's go here. Do you have plans for after high school yet?
Yeah, so I've been talking with the Western Oregon coach over in Monmouth, Oregon. I'm still haven't committed there yet, haven't signed or anything, but they're interested in me and I'm interested in them. So I just still need to go on a visit, and then it's just hopefully it takes me to a good place.
When I left Eastern Oregon, that's where I went to. I lived in Monmouth and went to Western. It's a nice little town. It's small. But the good thing is you got everything close to you. You got the beach close. You got Portland close. You got Salem close. You got Corvallis close. It's not a bad little town. It's pretty.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's get into goals real fast. We'll talk about team goals first, and then we'll talk about your personal goals. What's your guys' goals? Tiger baseball. What do you guys want to do this year?
For our program, I would say our top goal is for sure to be in that state championship game at the end of the year. But currently, I still believe that we're just taking it game by game. We just need to play whoever faces us next game and just have the mentality that we need to beat them to just keep going farther and farther into the season.
Yeah. A state championship is well within this team's reach. There's no doubt about it. But baseball's a funny game, man. Any team can beat any team on any day. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good goal to have, is just take it day by day, game by game. You start overlooking teams and they'll surprise you.
Yeah, for sure. There's a few teams that we overlooked this season. I think it was Colorado Ridge or Dakota Ridge, Colorado. That was the team we lost to this season, our only loss of the season.
In Arizona, right?
Yeah. And I mean, they were a really good, they were a well-formed team. They played like a team. And I think a couple games in Arizona, we were all tired. And we thought, okay, we're already 2 games in and we have 2 wins on our hands. And I think we just overlooked it a little bit. But that's past now. And I think we're just trying to win every game by a lot now. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's pivot real fast because I wanted to ask you this question about basketball. The Baker rivalry. So they come into our house this last year and beat us by 26, right? I think it was 26.
yeah, something like that.
What was the feeling like in Baker? You guys played the best game you played all year by far in Baker. I was there. Was that feeling, like, is that something that you felt like you guys should have played like that all year?
Yeah, I 100% believe we should have played like that all season. I mean, I can't say we had a great season. It was unfortunate the way we lost. But I mean, it was weird. The home game against Baker was just, I don't know, one of our first home games, and we haven't really been playing good at home all season. So I think that was part of it. And then we went over to Baker, and we just had the mentality that, like, we need to kick the crap out of these guys so we can make a statement. So
yeah, you guys caught them on their heels a little bit. They were coming off that loss to North Powder, and man, you guys just destroyed them. I was like, this is a whole different team. Like, you guys didn't even look like the team that I'd watched. Like it was crazy. Everybody was the energy, the Rodriguez brothers, their energy, like it was crazy, dude. It was a different team.
yeah, I mean, Alex and Caesar, they always bring the energy to even the baseball field. They bring the energy on the field. They bring it on the basketball court. That Baker environment's always crazy. I'm pretty sure our student section was bigger over in Baker than it usually is at home, so that helped a lot too.
It was. There's no doubt it was. There was
Yeah.
more people on the road for that Baker game than at home. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
So let's go back to baseball. Baseball wise, what's your personal goals for this season?
I mean, I don't have too many personal goals. I just want to be able to go out there and compete and play to my best ability. I would say most of the time I'm just there, like I'm just a utilized player. I do what my coaches need me, what my teammates need me to do. I like my favorite part is just going up to bat, and my mentality at the plate is just to get on base so the next person behind me can score me from the bases. So
So you pitch though too, right?
yeah.
What pitches do you throw?
I have a fastball and a curveball and a changeup.
What kind of changeup do you throw?
It's a circle change, but I hold it like a 2-seam grip. Adds a little bit more movement.
So show me up on the screen. Put your hand up there.
So it's like I grip it like
Yeah.
a circle change, but
Yep.
then so instead of like the 4-seam grip like your normal fastball, I'll grip it on the 2 seams that come around on the horseshoe.
Yeah.
And it just adds more grip to this finger, so I can like add some spin to it, so it like falls a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. I thought you meant like you held it like a 2-seamer, but then circled up. Like some guys will get right on it and circle. My son's a pitcher. I was a pitcher too. And my son's 16. He's a sophomore, and he only throws 2 pitches. He throws a fastball and he throws a circle change, and that's it.
It's really all you need at like this level.
All you got to do is be able to hit your spots and change velocity. That's it.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, and even at the big leagues, there's guys that just live off of a fastball and a changeup.
Yeah, just the change in speeds just helps it dramatically.
So when you pitch, there's like that. You like hitting better than pitching?
It's up and down. If I'm having a bad hitting game, I really want to get on the mound. And if I go out there and start throwing bad, I just want to get to the plate. So I'd probably say I like hitting more just because of how the season's going at the plate for me. But
so Parker lets you hit while you're pitching?
Yes.
Yeah. Not very many coaches let that happen.
Yeah.
It's very rare these days, even for dudes that are stud hitters. Like I never I DH'd for the pitchers on their day, when they were pitching, and I was our number 1 pitcher. And when I was pitching, no hitting. I think the philosophy behind that is like if you're having a crappy day at the plate, they don't want it to carry over onto the mound and vice versa. Do you have a way to? Do you just kind of block that out?
Yeah, I can block that stuff out pretty good. I've learned over these years of my baseball career that I can just like easily block out the mental side of baseball. So if I start performing bad at one spot, I just try to perform better at the other spots to help my team the best way I can.
What about noise? Who do you hear? Like when you're on the mound, I could block everybody out except for my mother and Butch Malone. Those were the two people that I could not block out. Do you hear anybody when you're on the mound?
I don't hear too many people. My dad's a big one I hear most of the time, and he's just more or less hyping me up in case I start throwing bad. He's just like yelling at me to like start locating, calm down, take a breath.
So this is your senior year. You're graduating high school. It's going to come real fast. We're looking at like 2 months till graduation. What's your, in athletics? What's your best memory so far at LHS?
I have a lot of memories. I would say probably our Arizona trip was one of my favorite by far. I mean, it's just great going down there with the team. We just formed new bonds with each other. It just brings us closer together for sure. So, I mean, we don't just go down there and play baseball. We do a bunch of team bonding stuff, and it just makes for a great time. So
yeah, that's awesome. We couldn't afford that when I was at LeGrand. Like, there's no way. But we also didn't have the same support from parents and coach. Parents, but like the coach was kind of at the end of his career, and it was just we were good. I mean, my senior year, we ended up getting second in the IMC, but that summer we went and won like our Legion team, which was pretty much the same team. We won like 19 in a row. We won 3 or 4 tournaments. We just didn't have at the high school level. We didn't have the same thing that you guys have going. Not even close. I wish. It makes me jealous, man, because I think we could have really competed if we had. And it's not like bashing on the coach at the time. He was just at the end of his career, and it wasn't a huge priority.
yeah.
So as far as baseball in college, you pretty much got to choose one. I mean, Otani's popular, but it's not going to happen very often. What do you want to do?
Man, I have no clue to this point yet. I would say I'd probably stick with the infield. I mean, that's just where I've been my entire life. Western Oregon coach really wants me at like third base. But he also says like when I get there, we can just test out me on the mound and then me in the field, just see where it goes from there. I like them both the same. So
you play shortstop now, right? You're tall for a shortstop.
Yeah, I'm a pretty tall shortstop for Oregon players. So
I noticed that. Like usually, well, I mean, there are some dudes that are tall shortstops. I mean, it's not like as uncommon as a tall second baseman. But but here's the question though. Like if you had the choice, like they said, pick one. Either you're going to play shortstop and you're going to hit every day, or you're going to pitch every 3 days or every 5 days. What are you going to
do? Man, I love hitting, so I'd probably stick in the middle infield at short for sure.
There was this commercial back in the days, and it was gosh, I can't remember who it was. But it was I think it was a Nike commercial, and it was called it was Chicks Dig the Long Ball. And it's so true. I mean, my son, we were at I have a daughter that's 13, and I think my son might have been like, he's 2 years older, he's 16, and he was helping coach her team. And this is like 5 years. I think Kyron might have been like 10, so Pacey would have been like 8. And they're indoors and they're sliding on cardboard, right? And my son goes to show this little girl how to slide, and she goes, "You don't slide very well." And he looks at her and he goes, "You don't have to slide if you hit home runs."
That's true. I mean, if you hit bombs, you don't have to run. So
That was my philosophy. I hated running, man. I I was a master at cutting second base too, man. You ever cut second base?
I don't really think so.
No. So when you have a 2-man crew, you can pretty much basically cut second base every time because nobody's watching it. I mean, second base is like the place where nobody really watches. I'm talking about on a base hit if you're on first. So nobody's going to watch second because there's not going to be a play at second. There's either going to be play at third or a play at home. So you can, don't tell anybody I taught you how to cheat, but you can cut second base. There was lots of times where I was in the grass back when, it was, that reminds me, how you like the turf?
Oh man, it's great. I mean, you can't make any excuses anymore on bad hops or anything. So
No, you get cherry hops, huh?
I love it though. I mean, every hop's just a true hop. It's easier to read it off the bat. So
it's a lot faster.
Oh yeah, it comes at you a lot faster, but I guess you get more time to throw it if you do feel it. So
very true. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
No.
No, me neither. It's gross. What's your favorite food?
Ooh, I would say a big old steak, just from anywhere, any steakhouse.
What cut? What cut?
Ooh, oh man,
ribeye, T-bone.
I'm more of a ribeye type of guy. I mean,
definitely.
I could go for a T-bone any day though.
T-bone's too lean, man. Give me that ribeye. I want that marbling and all that yumminess, So I mean, I guess like the question moving forward. I mean, we know your goals. We know your personal goals. We know your team goals. Before we get to that, let me ask you one more thing. Do you play? You play in the summer, but you don't play on a local team, or?
These past few summers since my freshman year, I believe, I've been playing for the LeGrand Legion team.
So, you have? Are you going to play this year?
I might play this year. It just depends on like what I'm doing for college stuff, and maybe I'm trying to fight fire this summer. I don't really know yet for sure.
Is that what you want to go to school for? Like, what do you want to get your degree in? What do you want to do when you get older?
I want a degree in like more of the forestry area. My dad works. He's a contractor for the Forest Service, and I've always been around him when I was a little kid. I love the outdoors, so more in that type of area.
Nice. Would you rather, if you had to choose one or the other, would you rather be deaf or blind?
I'd probably be deaf. It would not be fun to not be able to see things.
That's very true, but my argument to that is then you wouldn't have music.
That's also true, but
so like I don't know, that'd be a hard one.
Yeah, I feel like I'd rather be deaf just because I could still play sports, and
that's true. There is a lot of there's a deaf team in Salem. All right, so last question, and then I'll get you out of here. This 2022 LHS baseball team, give it a motto. Like, give it a what's this team stand for? Like, give it a like you could say something like grit, or give me a couple words that describes this 2022 LHS baseball team.
Man, there's a lot of them, but I would say it's more going to be like a movie more than anything. I mean, I feel like this year is going to be something different, and I mean, like all of our dreams are going to come true of winning a state championship in high school. So,
need some redemption from last year too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. I mean, that was heartbreaking, and I think we have the squad to do it. Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Our squad this year. I mean, last year was almost the same kids. We lost 3 seniors last year, and I mean, we all love those 3 seniors. They were a key part of our team too. But we had kids coming up that we've also played with for many years, and they just filled those positions right away. Yeah. So I think it'll make for a great season.
Eastern Oregon. He's LHS senior baseball player Devin Bell. I'm Dodzy. Devin, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Devin. I appreciate you. Let's go get a state championship, man. None of this is possible, though, without Rock and Sons Tire and Auto. I mean, it's simple. If you need your vehicle worked on, I trust these guys. Rock and Sons Tire and Auto. Go see JB and the boys. Eastern Oregon. That's all I got for you on a Thursday. I appreciate you. I'm Dodzy, and I'm out.